Good evening, my name is Liam Neild and this is the MU Review, the place where I talk all things Manchester United in the world of football, and tonight I'm here to review Manchester United's 2-1 victory away from home at Selhurst Park in the Premier League against Crystal Palace. A vital 3 points for us, as all of our rivals at the top of the table have won. So with us, going into the final 5 minutes on level terms, the fact that we did pull out the victory is vital, not only for the immediate future, but for the long-term future this season, and our fight for the top four and needed to keep in touch. I was a bit perplexed by the lineup, I have to say. There was no real width. We had Bailly and Blind as opposed to Darmian and maybe Valencia. Oh, of course, Valencia was suspended, or maybe Shaw, obviously maybe injured. I was surprised he went with both Bailly and Blind. I would have thought that one of them would have been a wing back with Matteo Darmian coming in. And then, of course, further up the pitch, we had Wayne Rooney playing in the team. On the quote-unquote, in the wide area, along with Juan Mata. So we didn't really have any naturally wide players. And obviously, with players like Martial, Lingard, and Rashford to an extent, even though I don't think he's a natural wide player, and on the bench, I was surprised to see him go with that lineup. But it worked decently well. I mean, Palace have a poor defensive record, so I was disappointed we didn't score more. But that being said, the 3 points was what was important. And in the first half, I thought we played some good football. I think we were the better team. I think Pogba had a delicious little chip over to Rooney, which he was really unlucky to not score. I think Wayne Rooney would have scored that 5 years ago. But, he played well today, so I'm not going to slag him off too much. And then we ended up getting the goal right before half-time. We were a bit lucky, a bit like Marcus Rojo was for that two-footed challenge that was probably a red card every day of the week, if I'm being honest, so he was very lucky to get away with that. And we were somewhat fortunate with the goal because there was a hint of offside. I didn't think it was offside, but I've definitely seen referees give offside for that situation before. And obviously with Zlatan and the handball that people alleged, I think it would have been a very harsh handball, but those are two things that Palace fans, I'm sure, will be nitpicking in the aftermath of this game. But it did even out in the second half, because in the second half we were much the better team. Mata had a goal disallowed, wrongfully in my opinion, for offside. He was not offside. The replay I saw wasn't definitive, but looking at the lines on the pitch, I couldn't see how it was offside. So I think they got that one wrong. And there was blatant handball as well, which I don't understand how a professional referee missed that. It was so obvious. They obviously they hesitate to give things on corners. They've been doing it more this year, but that was so stonewall. I'm really amazed. So it did even out over the course of the game. We had as many gripes about it as the Palace fans did, but it was important for us to dig deep, and that's what we did. After they scored their goal, which was the most like Barcelona Palace will ever look, despite their kit. They are wannabe Barcelona with those red and blue stripes. And I've never seen Joel Ward, Damien Delaney, and James MacArthur look better than they did on that play. If Damien Delaney ever has an assist that audacious and special ever again in his career, please let me know, because I'm convinced he will never play a better pass than he played that. It was sliced us wide open. A well-worked goal, so you can't really be upset about it. You can only be confused as to why Crystal Palace chose this game to finally score a decent goal. But that being said, with it at 1-1, we didn't look like losing the game. We looked like we were either going to win or we were going to lose 1-1. We weren't going to lose the game outright. Benteke wasn't even in the game. So I wasn't worried about losing. I was just worried about dropping another 2 points, because that's what's killed us this season. But we dug deep, and it was our star men again. Pogba and Ibrahimovic combined for the first goal and the second. Pogba plays Ibrahimovic through after a lovely turn from a Marcus Rashford pass, and I actually lost sight of the ball on my television set because of the angle that it was going at. I just saw Ibrahimovic kick it, and then I saw the net report, and I was jumping around my living room. Looking back at the replay, that's when I see the sheer quality and world class that it took for Zlatan Ibrahimovic to score that goal and get the ball into that angle. It was pinpoint accurate, and that is what a difference a world class striker can make for you. And even if he is 34 years old, he still is very much world class. Paul Pogba was superb as well, and he actually gets my nod for man of the match. Purely over Zlatan, because he had the same attacking contribution in the form of a goal and an assist, but he had a bit more to do purely because of his position. He was playing central midfield, he was winning tackles, he was winning aerial duels, so he gets the edge. But a very, very honourable mention to our match winner Zlatan. And those two guys, that's what we brought them in for. People have been criticising them and giving them stick, Pogba especially, but that's what you pay the money for. Obviously with Ibrahimovic we're only paying his wages. With Pogba we paid a world record fee, but I don't care about the money when it comes to Man United. If we've got it, let's spend it on the team. Let's not spend it on sponsorships. And we got the result we needed today. Looking forward to the next game against West Brom. We need to keep winning. That is probably our toughest game in December, if you ask me, between now and then, because then we've got Sunderland at home, Middlesbrough at home, which we should be winning. Obviously, we haven't had a lot of luck at Old Trafford with those kind of games. But if we can go to the Hawthorns and get a result, that'll be 4 wins in a row. We could then go into those 2 games with Sunderland and Middlesbrough, which are both a week apart, no more midweek nonsense. I really do believe that we could put a run together here to at least put pressure on the top 4, and we'll see what else happens. Obviously, at the top, Chelsea and Arsenal keep winning, but it looks more and more unlikely that we're going to make any sort of late surge in that area. I think the ship sailed on that. But Liverpool look vulnerable without Coutinho, and Manchester City look all over the place. So I definitely think that 4th place is up for grabs, and I hope that we're the ones who get one of those spots in the top 4. But with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, like it, comment if you've got anything to say to me, any questions to ask, any opinions to put out there, and subscribe if you want to make me a bit happier and make my Christmas a little merrier. Next time I do an MU review will probably be relatively soon, but after that I will be going to the UK over the 2 weeks, so we'll see what happens with those. I'm sure that my legions of followers will be so devastated if I don't put out any videos while I'm on holiday. Yeah, I'm not really worried about it, but thank you for watching if you did, and I'll see you next time.